Ahava and blessings. My name is Àurea. I am an ordained Magdalene priestess, a Reiki master, energy and sound healer. And in this video, I'm going to explain a little bit about some of the energy healing work that I do. Specifically, I'm going to talk about womb healing. Womb healing is a specific type of energy healing modality. It is a modality that allows us to truly clear away past traumas, karmas, anything that prevents us from manifesting, because your womb space, and regardless of your gender, every being, every human being has a womb space. In the case of those who are in a masculine embodiment, the womb space is simply an energetic space. And in the case of a woman, in the case of a feminine embodiment, we have the energetic aspect of our womb space, but we also have a physical aspect of your womb space. And the fact that we have that physical aspect means that our ability to create, but also to destroy and create separation and chaos, is that much more pronounced in the feminine embodiment. Womb healing is a very delicate and strong, very strong healing modality, because what we're doing is we are reaching back generations and clearing away generational and lineage trauma. This is within your own physical line, but it's also past lives, because womanhood, particularly within the last 2,000 something years, has been something that has been shamed, denigrated, ostracized, driven out, persecuted, tortured. There's a lot of trauma in the feminine line. There's trauma in the masculine line as well, but the feminine incarnation, I think we can all agree, has bared the brunt of it. So your womb space is the seat of creation. It's your emotional center. It is ruled, it is the element for the womb space is the water element. So water, our entire physical body is mostly comprised of water. Water holds the specific property of being able to cut through anything. So it is a very powerful force, but it also has the ability to be impregnated by any kind of frequencies. So whatever frequencies we hold and we were born with are the frequencies that we are creating and manifesting from. If we don't take the time and the energy and the intention to purify the waters of our creation, we wind up creating our reality based on the traumas, the karmas, the limiting beliefs, the patterns, and the stuckness that we have inherited and that we have taken on. However, when we actually take the time to do and to participate in bringing your awareness to your womb space, bringing your awareness to what needs to be cleared and healed and activated, what you're doing is you're purifying your waters. And when you purify the waters of your womb space, you are allowing yourself to receive the infinite light of creation and embody it. And your creations from that standpoint will be sustainable. They will manifest in a far greater way than you could have ever imagined. For me, womb healing is it's a very strong, very delicate, and it's a very awe-inspiring type of healing, because it really goes through everything and allows us to transmute and alchemize. I've learned about womb healing and the womb chakra through various lineages. I've learned and studied it through the Kundalini lineage. I've learned and studied it through the lineage of Mary Magdalene and Yeshua, and a lot of the practices, the scene practices that I bring into my womb healings do have to do with this lineage. They come from the school, the Desert Rose Mystery School, which is from my teacher, Àurea. I've also studied womb healing with Marguerite Rigoglioso, who speaks about light conception and in a very powerful and beautiful way. But the light conception that I speak of really is more in alignment with the Desert Rose Mystery School and with the Essene practices that Mary Magdalene and Yeshua taught. So in a womb healing session, what I do is I look into your energy field and I sense and I perceive and I receive what is it that needs to be cleared in that moment. My hands aren't really on you. My hands may be above your womb space, but I'm never actually touching you. I do need to make that clarification because unfortunately, there are people that say that they practice certain types of healing that has to do with with our sexuality and our sexual organs, and they practice it in a way that I'm not particularly sure is in complete alignment with the light. There's a reason I say this, because what a healer does is they facilitate and create a safe space for whatever needs to be expressed and healed in that moment to be healed in that moment. And what I do is I take it up another level from that. I take it up from holding the space and allowing what needs to be cleared, but also allowing myself to receive guidance from your guides, from your spirit team, to give you the tools, the practices, the mantras, the meditations that you need to actually integrate and cement the new frequency into your field. Because to me, it's pointless to do an energy healing, whether it is a womb healing or a traditional energy healing session, and have you basically not know how to integrate that new frequency and then go right back to where you started. Or have something come up and you don't have the support and you don't have the knowledge as to what you need to do in order to make that next level your baseline, your new baseline. I hope that I'm explaining that correctly. So womb healing is a very powerful energy healing modality. I work with the Pleiadian frequencies, the Hathors, as well as with the Essene frequencies and the frequencies of Mary Magdalene, Yeshua. I also will work with the Aramaic frequencies, which is the language that Yeshua and Mary Magdalene spoke. And that is what a womb healing is. A womb healing is very powerful. And if you have blocks, if you have a problem connecting with your womb space, which I think a lot of us ladies, particularly in the Western Hemisphere, we've been taught to feel shame and guilt and just discomfort around our lunar cycle, our moon cycle, around our womb, around our passion, around our creation, around the expression of our sensuality. And we don't know how to properly express this energy that is the life force. It is that creative energy, that is that Kundalini energy that allows us to give birth to not only physical beings, birthing babies, but also give birth to our creations and support them in being as sustainable and as beautiful and as aligned with the light as possible. So womb healing I'm very grateful that I went into womb healing, because for me, I had many issues with my cycle. I had issues with PCOS, polycystic ovarian syndrome. I had hormonal imbalances, and my periods were very, very painful. And through taking on the work of clearing my womb space, and also clearing my womb space is also important in terms of relationships for the woman, because we receive. When we engage in relations with other beings, what happens is we take on their karma and their trauma and their stuff without really recognizing and realizing what it is that we're doing. So it's very important for us to be clearing our womb space on a regular basis. We also transmute the energy of the collective through our monthly bleed. So a reverence, a respect, an honoring of the womb space is what I personally feel is what we as a society need to come back to. We need to come back into an honoring of the feminine, of the creative, life-giving energy that is woman, that is the divine feminine. And in that alignment, we will find that everything flows in our world so much easier. You find yourself in the right place at the right time. You find yourself being able to accurately interpret the intuitive hits that you receive and actually take action in an aligned and organic and natural way that feels good to you. I do want to add this. Womb healings can take place virtually as well as in person. So it's not, the energy that is transferred during a session is not any less active or any less powerful if the healing is done virtually. The other thing I do want to add is I do want to encourage you to please take a look on my website and take a look at the pre and post energy healing tips that I have, because it's very important for us to be aware that when we decide to get an energy healing session, it's really our responsibility to properly prepare ourselves before and after to receive and integrate the energies that will support us in elevating our experience. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. You can reach me via email. You can also find me on social media, and you can also book a session via the link below. Thank you so much, and I hope to be of service soon. Ahava. Blessings.